So this problem, what you need to do, just like the other one, the print statement, the with the 8, just like this one, what you have to do is use a format. So we said that that you cannot print numeric number with this text, the string. You cannot print the string and numeric number together, kind of concatenate together, just directly using the plus sign. So what you have to do is use a format. So in this example, we use a format, right? So we use braces and to print it out. So we use the method called the format. So that's covered in the Python, the tutorial with a format. Now this one is just a 2, so there's supposed to be 3. So you have to you can save this output as a variable name, another variable, kind of whatever variable like this, whatever, and then print them out. Okay, to that. Now some things you only need once, such as like import statement and this, but you know, to do this, you obviously have to use multiple times. Now if you want multiple times your code to look like that, which is fine for that's, you know, average student, as long as it works, that should be fine. But technically the better way is to write a function, so you don't have to run 3 times. But that's okay. That's if you don't do it. It's end of probably semester, everybody's busy. Writing a function would be a user-defined function would be a better way of doing it. So you don't have to run 3 times like this. But anyway, there should be format right here. Okay, so we know that this already. So there is an example. If you have multiple items, you can do it such in this manner. Okay. All right. I think that takes care of the some of the problems you had with the kind of the homework assignment related questions. Now let's talk about the final exam. So going back to the since our midterm exam, that's our focus. So basically there are 2 parts to it. In this final exam, one is the sequence stuff, and the other one is the Python. Okay, so 2 large parts. So format will be very similar to the midterm exam. So you know, I want to keep it consistent, so there's no surprises as far as the format. So there are going to be 33 questions, and some problems I give you the code, and you may have to answer multiple questions such and such. So there should be a half-half, because I feel like we did about segment and you know, and then Python, so that should be half and half. So half of questions will be on the segment and half of the questions will be Python. Okay. So what type of questions? Well, let's get to from Sigwin again and point out a few things. Now, basic commands that we did with Sigwin, especially going back to the document that the book I was working on. I want to point out some of the basic commands that you should know. So number 13, pay attention to number 13 because it's been a while. Number 13, you have this document. Okay, so let me, without trying these out, I'll point out a few things. The print working directory, that's you should know. Man command, that you should know. Cat, you should know. Redirect, append, we should know. Pipeline, such as simple pipeline like this, you should know. Not too complicated one, but maybe we should do that again. If you have a problem, maybe we should do that again on maybe on Friday. But CD command, you should know. Most of chapter 1 and commands you should know actually these. Since we did most of these, okay, changing directory, we did and then touch command to create like empty files. CP is to copy, move, okay, and then remove. You probably used some of these when you did the homework assignment. And then the grep, don't worry about this grep because I do that in text processing. History, just maybe, yeah. Said, don't worry about it. No said. Now, definitely the permissions. I always put the question on permissions. This is changing the permission, that sort of thing. Okay, so there will be question on the permission. Okay, maybe one or two on the permission. And then the writing a simple script, yes, definitely, which you had to do that for the homework assignment, like understanding the homework assignment. By the way, I gave you a solution and the explanation as well. There was a makeup session thing. Okay, and then if then, probably not much on that. Now wget command, you use that for homework assignment, as long as you understand the process. If you did a homework assignment and you found out what you did wrong, then probably you can figure that out. And then the links, no, nothing on that. Okay, that's about it. Now, as far as the data mesh, yes, very simple, like a data mesh, how to calculate them. The delimiter issue, you should know. That sort of thing. Some of the simple one. Okay, these that's pretty much it. Okay, and then now as far as the homework assignment, the number 2, you did the wget command. The first one was script. The second one was wget command, and then third one was data mesh. Definitely those ones like that should be on the exam. And then the Python program. Okay, so Python, basically we went through tutorial, right? So anything, the basic tutorial, especially the one that some of the simple one, I mentioned that we don't deal with all these some of these stuff. I'm not sure where to draw, but some of these PIP we used our own on the SIG one, but some of these that we don't have to deal with it. Okay, so some of the lambda and we didn't get into too deep, but one like the homework assignment, that probably questions such and such. Now there's nothing you really have to write the code because it's a multiple choice exam. So what happens is this: I give you the code. Okay, what's the output gonna be, or what should go in there? Okay, kind of similar to the homework assignment. Okay, so if we have a record such and such, very similar to the records like we have a practice. This is a little bit too long, so I'm gonna kind of shorten this, modify this, and maybe kind of modify with a little bit, so it only takes like half of the pages, instead of like 2 pages long. Okay, so I'll delete some of these lines here, maybe one that only has TI and AU and that sort of things. And then so I'm gonna write a program. You need to be able to read the code and be able to figure out basically what this program does, and so it does require you to kind of understand the ones that we did. Okay, so that's like a half, I would say about half of questions from those, and the other half may be just basic, some of the very basic tutorial stuff that we did. We maybe will do it again on the Friday, go through this since we don't have a lot of time. So half of them is a tutorial related stuff, and half of them will be on the programs which we did. Okay, so once that program we did, let's take a look at it. Okay, now I'm not gonna use the exact same ones. I might modify a little bit, here, there. Like I said, I may give you the code and I may ask you what the output gonna be, or I may give you the code with a missing part, like missing line, and what should go in there, that sort of thing. And you have a choice, that sort of thing. Or what's the syntax error, why it's not working, or so some basic syntax sort of things too. That sort of questions. So anyway, as far as the Python programs are concerned, if you take a look at this list, ones that we posted, we had reading the text file. You should have understanding of how, like I said, if you did a homework assignment, that you know how to read the text file, the line, you know what those mean, you know, the you know, such so all these ones that I posted, including the one that I didn't post, which was the calculating the team size, all that, which, you know, you should know how to do them and understand them, including the, you know, well, these are to actually to do the thing, PIP. You should have understanding of these as well, the average length, and yeah, all this stuff. Okay, so I realized that it's so the code has to be kind of like a similar, you know. I'm not gonna make a brand new application that is totally something different, that requires sometimes too much time, especially the complicated stuff. So ones that we did, remember, is the author, the title, right? So kind of similar to that. Okay, so you know, title, length, author, that's ones, and that's kind of multiple authors and a single author, you know. Okay, so like I said, probably half about these programs, and half like kind of like a basic tutorial, you know, type of things, kind of really basic. When I say basic, sometimes it might not be basic if you don't know it. So I know there's a lot of like you know, that sometimes too much on the some of these. So ones that like we spend time mostly, not like a casting, but ones that we did like a string. We didn't spend too much time with a boolean operator, you should know, and the list, definitely we spend a bit of time. So ones that we spend, and obviously you use the if and else for the homework assignment, obviously. So ones that we did a lot, that's gonna be on the exam. I'm not gonna try to pick ones that we didn't do too much and then, you know, put on the exam, right? Then you'll be searching stuff and you know. So that's my plan, you know. And like I said, again, understanding how it works, that's important. So that kind of shows like the other student trying to figure things out, how the program works, how to solve the problem. You know, that's the thing. Okay. It's not just the syntax, trying to, you know, actually kind of like solve and problems. Yeah. All right, so you send me questions if you have any questions. I did update the, like I said, the participation, so please check on that. And we have a one more class. We want to make sure that we take care of everything. And as far as the grades, we'll see. All right, I'll try to give you probably maximum possible good grades, but it will be depending on the comparison to other students. Okay, now once you didn't put the ones who didn't submit the assignments, those there's no excuse, there's no possible best grades or whatever. Those students probably you should worry about your grade, because there's no excuse, right? Okay, so talk to you on Friday. All right. Okay. Bye bye.